Hey, this is Jeremy on behalf of Bright Raven Productions, and we're behind the scenes with the cast and crew of Preying Mantis. So give me a brief description of your overall experience on the set of Preying Mantis.
It was a good one. I feel like everybody on set, we got along real well. A lot of the set, obviously, the cast and stuff I know already, so it was a comfortable environment. But there are Gary. I just met him from doing the movie and stuff, but we were able to become really good friends.
I had an overall great experience. Jude had me come onto the set because I believe one of the other actors they had couldn't make it. So I got to fill in for them, and honestly, it was a great experience. Couldn't have asked for better accidents to happen.
It was definitely challenging in some ways, the found footage aspect. So for getting sound and audio, everything's kind of in one take. So you just, we're kind of run and gun as far as the video and the audio is concerned. So actors had to be on point, audio had to be on point.
Well, I was probably the least amount on set. I was there for 2 days, so I probably don't have a lot of war stories like everyone else.
Okay.
A lot of my stuff was pre-production.
Well, the experience, it was very, for me at least, unique.
Wow, there's a lot to talk about, but to keep it short, the experience was amazing.
You're just going with the flow.
No, since I read the paper earlier. I forgot. Ronnie's face when you said that, that's why I was like, ooh.
It was very stressful. I was just very on point about making sure that everything was there, everyone was there. I would get to the sets early, make sure everyone was on time. A few of the actors were kind of hard to deal with because they wanted to go off and do their own thing in downtime, and we were kind of doing a run and gun style.
Is this your guys' first time working on a film?
It was my second film that I've worked on. Wrapped up another one previously a couple months back.
My first time working on, line by line, script kind of style.
Nice. Matt?
This is my first time acting outside of real life.
Okay. All right.
I worked on smaller projects in the past, but not really gone on small college films.
Of course.
So earlier last year, in the fall time, we worked with my husband's cousin to do a short film.
The name of that one?
Can we?
I've only worked on one other film, and so when I got involved with this, originally my role was very small. I believe in the original script I only have one line, but through some issues that we faced later in filming, we added a few scenes, so that kind of expanded my role and gave me a little more of an opportunity to kind of display some of these acting chops, which is what I really I enjoy working behind the scenes, but being in front of the camera is what I really look to do moving forward.
So Gary, I hear you're self-taught. Will you tell us a little bit about some more of your background and your evolution?
Well, growing up, I've always loved horror and Halloween, so that's kind of where it all gets born. The first name I probably ever heard was Tom Savini from Creepshow, the original Dawns, Ned's, Night of the Living Dead, stuff like that. Yeah, and it just kind of evolves from there, and I get very cliche with Rick Baker's and Rob Bottin's from the thing. So you just kind of pick up all the little things here and there and use what you can, use what you don't use what you can't.
Of course.
And it just grows from there with practice, experience, execution, and just do what you can get and see what happens. Certain artists, when you start learning about them, that's a thing, you follow what they do. Sometimes they have things that teach you. With the evolution of the internet and all that fun stuff, it's been really easier to learn more things.
That fight scene, that was pretty intense. What was up with that? What happened? What was going through your guys' head?
Scuffle.
I wanted to, hype up as much as I could in between scenes, and we were just calling each other, fuck boy, and I fucking hate you. And we were just trying to gain that energy because naturally we're not two people that are I would say overly aggressive.
It kind of got to my head, like the following week. I was like, you know what? Am I a fuckboy?
Okay. But you also did a lot of things behind the scenes. Did you find that it was difficult to manage, being behind and in front of the camera?
Jude having so much to handle each time we got together to shoot, he basically just gave me, hey, take these guys and make sure everybody knows what they're doing. So it was very cut and dry in that respect.
Any experiences or stories you'd like to share about your time on production for Preying Mantis? Alright. So, we'll get on and get this out.
An interesting story for me was this guy tore my shirt off. I had a Michael Kors shirt that Jude had bought me, and he rips my pocket off while we were doing like the scuffle scene, and I was just like, I could have came away with this. It would have been the come up of the day. It's okay. But it was all for like the greater good. It was a really good scene, and it showed a lot of the emotion of the whole movie for real.
Okay.
It just allowed us to take the movie to the next level.
Really trying to keep the talent kind of energized so that they can keep delivering the lines while we, deal with some of those other technical issues on the back end, and then until we get that, that perfect take, essentially, and then when you hear it. So
yeah.
In between that and what happened to Courtney, her scene with Molly, we probably should have had some stunt doubles.
So Courtney, I heard you had like an accident while filming. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so the funny part about that is like we did the stunt like beforehand.
So what happened? What was the stunt and everything like that?
It was like a scuffle type thing where I get thrown down and stuff. But we did the stunt, we practiced the stunt multiple times, and it went well every single time.
Yeah, she fell on the floor.
But like the first take, like literally the first take of like, the real thing, it just didn't end well. I think she went full force, I went full force. Next thing I know, I hit my head and
Ooh, okay. Wow.
Very fast.
Yeah, and I sprained my wrist and stuff.
Oh, what was Finn's obsession with the relationship and with Jamie, and like what was that dichotomy? What was that all about?
So, I guess where I was stemming from with Finn is like, her whole psyche is based off of this insecurity, this false land. She's a hunter, and she's like in her little pack with Patrick and creepy teen, she's like, things like even though her and Patrick are close in age, she thinks like, she's the leader of this group, and she's like this sexy hunter in her head. And then it didn't matter if it was Jamie or some other woman out there, she just immediately saw her as some kind of competition, some sort of faulty of who she was, and it just kind of built so fast and disheveled her foundation of thinking, filled with jealousy, and thus the obsession.
And I just want to get everything done as fast and clean as possible.
I noticed in the film you weren't in the creepy teen coordination. What was that about?
Well, I guess it's just a little character-driven. So in one of the scenes, we see Patrick and Uncle Buck kind of get into a scuffle. This is before Creepy Teen's coordination. So just if you were speculating, you could say because of the issues that arised in that scene, that Patrick was kind of distancing himself. But it just it's all for speculation. It's nothing really written into the story.
We have to cut the film because you lied.
Could you see some aspects of this character in yourself, or it's totally different?
I mean, definitely, as a person, I've had insecurities. They can be disheveled. There's a lot of differences between me and Finn. However, I think I was really able to come to a place where I understood all of the frustrating emotions of the situation going on with her. So I don't know if I connected with her, if I understood her. There's probably some similarities, but I think I go about things a little differently.
Yeah. I hope so. So, what's your overall feeling towards the final product?
And it really new experience for me. Jude was a great director. Matt, all the co-stars we had, it was a great experience. I don't even know.
So the difficult thing for me is to watch it with fresh eyes. I see everything that didn't go quite the way I want it when I watch it. So it's really hard for me to judge it. At the same time, I do enjoy watching it when I find myself suspending my disbelief,
Yeah.
pretending like I don't know what's going to happen.
I get you.
So overall, I think it turned out pretty good. I enjoy watching it. Hopefully, everyone else enjoys watching it too.
Well, that's basically all I got for you. Thank you, Jude.
Thank you, Jeremy.
All right.
We just kept doing it probably like 20 times, so like just keep like it was like a rolling ball of emotion and just eventually snowballed and
Almost like internalizing it. And things
yeah, it was
like
more
that.
so getting frustrated with how many times we had to take it, so it's taking
Yeah,
the frustration out of this.
that feeling when Jude sits there and says cut, it's just like, oh, we gotta go through this whole fight scene again. We gotta sit here and stand at this position.
Dictator or director?
Jude knows I got the strong hand
Yeah.
to keep everyone in line.